And now, with a preview of tonight's game and a look at what's happening at Dozer Park, it's time for the Ameren, Illinois and ActonEnergy.com pregame show. Let's send it down to the dugout and check in with the voice of the Chiefs, Nathan Baliva.
Thank you, Brett. We're shaking things up a little bit today. We are inside the dugout and keeping the camera and the equipment and, of course, ourselves dry a little bit. We thank you for joining us here at Dozer Park on this Thirsty Thursday. I'm Nathan Baliva in our dugout with our PeoriaMagazines.com interview here on Chiefs Countdown. I've got Arturo Reyes with me. He was our Pekin Insurance Beyond the Expected Player of the game yesterday. We played a day game and got a 2-0 win. Arturo with 5 shutout innings. And how do you feel today, looking back on yesterday's start? I know you're a little bit under the weather, but pitched pretty good, and the team got a win.
Yeah, it was a big win for us, especially with the way their pitchers performed as well. It was a real close ball game, and our bullpen came behind us, and we had great defense behind us the whole time. So, I mean, everyone did their job pretty well and got some big hits at the end with the win.
You get into a pitcher's duel like that. Their guys putting up zeros, you're putting up zeros. What's the mindset for you when you obviously you realize it's a 0-0 game every time you go back out there?
I mean, it's the same mindset you try to do every game, get a 0 on the board for your team and give your team the best chance to win the game.
Do you realize when you're on the other side that their pitcher's working on a no-hitter? I know when, like, if you've got a no-hitter, nobody talks to you, and sometimes you realize, sometimes you don't. Do you realize when the other pitcher has one?
Kind of, just because the game's going by so fast. When you come in the dugout, usually you get a nice little breather in, you get some guys on base, and you see guys on base, but then yesterday's game went by pretty quick, so you could sense it. I had to ask the question, and some guys were saying, yeah, he's doing it right now.
Some of these starts that you've had and outings that you've had this year, you faced guys that you saw last year with State College. We hadn't played against Cedar Rapids yet. Minnesota doesn't have an affiliate that you guys saw in State College. What's it like when you've got 9 guys that you've never seen before? Does that have any effect on you and what you're trying to do?
No, I mean, it's the same game. Bean helped me out quite a bit. He called a great game yesterday, and I mean, we try to go to our strengths more than their strengths so that we could stay on the same page. And like I said, Bean called a great game behind the plate, and our defense is behind you. So you just try to enjoy the game and play it the way it should be.
Kids Day yesterday, the Dare Day, 5,000 plus screaming fifth graders out here wanting an autograph, wanting a free ball, having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What was that like for you pitching in that? Did it give you memories of growing up around baseball?
Yeah, I mean, you always wanted to go to the ballpark and get their autographs, and unfortunately we can't do it during the game, and that's when they ask the most. Right. And they keep saying that they were going to leave after the game and they couldn't do it after the game, but I mean, for us it's disrespect to the game by signing autographs during the game. So it was kind of hard not to be able to give it to them, because as a kid you always wanted it, and you kind of want to give back to them now that you're in their spot.
Yeah, you can't sign that ball while you're running off the mound and flip it up into the ground there.
No.
It got the win yesterday, 3 in a row here at home, and after losing 3 in a row in Fort Wayne, but winning a bunch in a row in Lake County, it just kind of seems like right now good streaks and then a couple bad games and then another good streak, but you guys got to feel pretty confident playing here at home right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great place to play, and you just kind of feel confident, and you want to win for your home crowd to get more people to come in and enjoy the game.
It's college night here tonight. Bradley's got a bunch of things going on, and a Thirsty Thursday. Hopefully it'll stop raining so the Bradley students can enjoy that and get the Thirsty Thursday. You were a college pitcher and pitched in Gonzaga last year, and Marco Gonzalez, the first rounder, was there as well. What was that one season at Gonzaga like for you?
It was a great experience. I mean, great coaching staff, great players, and just the environment of college Division I baseball is just a great environment compared to community college. And, I mean, it was a lot of fun, I guess.
And then I know you guys kind of go back and forth on Twitter supporting the Zags, baseball and basketball, and you and Marco having a lot of fun with that, so a lot of Gonzaga pride.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I only was there for 1 year, and like I said, it's just a real respectable school from the staff, teachers, professors, everything like that. It's real respectful, so you grow to love them, and you're actually really proud of being a Zag.
Getting drafted last year and then going to State College, what was the biggest adjustment for you? What did you find was maybe the most difficult transition from college ball to pro baseball?
Just being aggressive with your fastball. Back in college, I'd throw a lot more off speed, try to fool hitters and stuff, and here it's just be aggressive with your stuff. I mean, if you want to make it to the next level, up on higher levels that we got, is you got to have command of your fastball, is what they all preach. So you really try to be aggressive with your fastball, whereas in college I was trying to trick hitters and fool hitters more than anything. And guys don't get fooled very easily here. I mean, they'll sit on that breaking ball and all that other stuff. But the only difference I see is just the bats. I mean, some of the wood bats here will break versus the aluminum bats that will still get a little dinker hit or something like that.
A Washington native, so actually, do you feel at home in this rain? Is
Yes,
this what you want?
This is not what I want, but I do feel at home. The weather's kind of similar to back to Washington. I mean, we do get a little bit of sun, and the last couple of days have been okay during the day, but
A brother that plays in the Padres system, AAA.
Yeah.
What kind of advice did he give you about your first full minor league season? He's been through this before.
yeah, he says it's a long season, and don't try to do too much too early, because, I mean, he gave me advice from the beginning, even during the off season, where he's telling me I wanted to jump on it, get throwing and do everything, and he's like, hey, you need to take care of your arm. I mean, it's a long season, and you'll throw a lot of innings and stuff, so don't get too impatient. I mean, you'll have your time in spring training to get your arm ready, and I mean, he helps me out. We'll text or call each other every other day, and I mean, he helps me out a lot.
What was your reaction to the fun video that his teammates did? For those of you who haven't seen it, El Paso pulled a prank on AAA. They pulled a prank on Jeff Francoeur, saying that Arturo's brother was deaf. He is not, and they had a whole fun, 8-minute clip on YouTube that's got over 1 million views. Yeah. What was your reaction in talking to him about that after you saw it?
Well, he sent it to me a couple of days before they posted it, and I just started laughing when I saw it, just because I thought it was a pretty good prank. And I asked him, I was like, hey, how long were you doing this for? And he's like, it was about a month. And I was like, how did you pull this off? He goes, it was real tough. I couldn't use headphones. I couldn't listen to my pregame music. I couldn't do anything like this. And I mean, it kind of threw him off his rhythm for a little bit, but he enjoyed it a lot.
A lot of fun. That's kind of what minor league baseball is about. I know you guys are close and got some close family members who are going to see this when we get it up on YouTube and listen back home. So who do you got a shout out for?
Yeah, all my family back in Washington, and saludos a Monterrey también. My grandparents and everyone back home.
And I know that fits perfectly into my last question here. Obviously bilingual, speaking Spanish, so is Alex Reyes. When you guys work with our guys that are from the Dominican and Venezuela who are learning English, going to English class, and kind of helping them to learn our culture, learn our language, and communicate with their other teammates, what do you and Alex kind of look for and help them with, and obviously help our staff to communicate, whether it's on the bus, and obviously Joe Bell, our hitting coach, helps out as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm actually very thankful for it, just because even the things you miss from instructors in Spanish or English, vice versa, you get to catch it if you miss it the first time, because they're doing it both languages. And as of helping out, I mean, it's just a great feeling just to know you fit right in the clubhouse, because you get to speak both languages, whereas some people are kind of confused of what other players are saying. But, I mean, I just want the best for them, and I know, I mean, it's got to be tough coming in a different country and not knowing what's going on. So I just try to be a helping hand, really.
Well, get back in there at the clubhouse and stay loose, whatever you guys are doing during this rain delay, playing cards or watching TV, and stay loose and get ready for tonight. Thanks for joining me, and great job yesterday.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for fans for coming out on a rainy day like this.
All right, thank you, Arturo. We appreciate it. Arturo Reyes, our Pekin Insurance Beyond the Expected player of the game from yesterday. The Chiefs getting their third straight win, a 2-0 win over Cedar Rapids. Tonight, scheduled to be our final game against Cedar Rapids here in this series, Thirsty Thursday. So hopefully, despite the rain, you're enjoying those dollar draft beers and fountain sodas up at the ballpark. And 7 p.m. Thank you, Rocky. 7 p.m. is what we're looking at now for our first start, hoping to get a break in this weather. So there's a little breaking. That might be the first time we've had breaking news on the Ameren, Illinois Chiefs countdown. So 7 o'clock with the first pitch. You can keep going up to the concession stands, get some of that great food from our PSC concession stands and from the carts. Enjoy those dollar draft beers and the fountain sodas presented here tonight by 98.5 KISS FM, the Real Peoria, and also Budweiser with the Thirsty Thursday promotion here tonight. Big thanks to all of our Bradley students who are here tonight. I know we've got a Bradley Comm class with Dr. Pratt, who's helping out throughout the night, part of their classwork throughout the semester, and they're here helping out, help plan some of our between inning games, and did a lot of social media pub for tonight's game as well. So we thank you very much for all your help and hope you have some fun out here at the ballpark. We'll be back with 3 games against Quad Cities. Homestand doesn't end tonight, just this series. We'll have Quad Cities in tomorrow at 6:30. Then on Saturday, it's a 1 o'clock start. Carson Kelly Oyo giveaways for the first 1,000 fans through the gate on Saturday. It's also hockey night that big series between the Blues and the Blackhawks, right now tied at 2 games apiece. Somebody will be up 3-2 when we open up the gates on Saturday. Wear those hockey jerseys for $5 tickets on Saturday, whether it's Blues, Blackhawks, Rivermen, somebody else, and whoever you support in hockey, wear those jerseys, get the $5 tickets on Saturday. We do finish the homestand on Sunday with a 2 o'clock start. It's our first, since the last one was rained out, our first Kids Club, Homer's Deputy Kids Club on Sunday, and they can pick up their packets. If they're in the Kids Club, you can sign up online, PeoriaChiefs.com, for that Kids Club. Also, kids 12 and under get a $5 ticket on Sundays, gets them a hot dog, a bag of chips, and a soda. This Sunday, Homer Growth Chart giveaway presented by CityLink here on Sunday, and all of our Sunday activities presented by PNC with the run the bases after the game, the play catch on the field, and the player autographs pregame. We thank you very much for coming out tonight to Dozer Park, and we thank you for your patience during this rain delay. As Rocky just told me and I relayed on, hoping for a 7 o'clock start and a little break in this weather as the Chiefs go for the sweep against Cedar Rapids. So enjoy the beers, the concession stand items as well. Go into that Firehouse Team store, say hi to Paige. She gets a little lonely during the rain delay, so go in there and say hi to Paige, buy a couple of Chiefs items, and we thank you for your patience, hoping for a 7 o'clock start here tonight at Dozer Park.
And welcome everybody to Dozer Park, home of the Peoria Chiefs. Chris Schuker, glad you're with us here. Well, we were getting ready for a 6:30 p.m.